Earlier we mentioned that with regards to income statement, we just assumed this $4,300,000. Now let's actually talk about how we get there. So I'm going to add a new sheet and call this sales forecast. And this is our data with regards to what the previous years were and their sales. So from 2016 for the past few years to 2020. And the sales were as follows: 1890532 in 2016, 2098490 in 2017, 2350308 in 2018, 3432000 for 2019, and 3.85 million in 2020. Okay. And you can double check that with the income statement here and see that that matches at least for 2019 and 2020. So the next thing you probably should do with any data is you probably want to visualize it. So I'm going to insert a recommended chart. And in this case, if I go to all charts, if I did like a scatter, could also do a line chart, but the x-axis years are numeric, so a scatter chart is the best choice, and I want the lines. So we're just going to do this one, and we can edit later on if you want with the halves and things. But you can kind of see it somewhat looks like a line, okay? So it has a linear trend. So how could we forecast that? So what we'll do is I'm going to kind of put a little line in between this to note that that's the actual data. Now we're going to forecast for the next 3 years. So how could we do that? So the function we're going to use is the trend function. So if you know the x's and y's, it's kind of like doing a regression where you're fitting to the line, if you will. So in 2021, the function will be as follows. It's going to equal the trend function. So it's going to give you a linear trend using least squares, trying to minimize that error. So the known y's in this particular case are going to be the sales, and comma, the known x's are the years. So we're using the years to predict our trend. And then our new x's is just be 2021. And with the constant, it is going to automatically assume true, but we're going to type that in for true. So it's calculated normally. And we'll hit enter. So you see that's where the 4.3 million that we did earlier, that's exactly where it came from. Okay. So I will drag this down to get those forecasts for those particular years. And with this, I did not anchor. So that's kind of a check, right? So with this, we want to anchor the actual data that we have and don't want to convolute it with forecasted data. That's a big mistake. So I go back and anchor the B's and the A's, or the Y's and the X's respectively, and run that again and get the corrected forecasts. All right. One other thing that you could have done is I could have added it to the chart. So with the chart, I can do plus trend line, and I can edit appropriately. So I can make it linear, exponential, or even linear forecast, which we'll do here. So there's the linear forecast. You can do more options. So you can kind of talk about different things here. So we can do forward by 2 periods. I can display the equation in the R squared on the chart. So that's kind of our formula that Excel came up with to come up with this. That's our regression line, if you will. So it's approximately your sales are going to be equal to 525,245 times the year, less $1 billion in this particular case.